Day 8. Hey, maybe we could get to a music room or something. And I've not seen the freezer yet. Okay, let's go outside. Absolutely cursed. Actually, let's go. Wasted a step, but okay. Let's go inside, get our allowance. In case we get a shrine, we're gonna pay all of our allowance to the shrine and be like, please forgive us. But if not, then not. You know, we'll just get a shorter run. It's okay. No shrine. It might be that we don't get a shrine while other shrine is active, so we just get to do it for this. But we get a schoolhouse. Adds 8 classroom to today's draft pool. So we not had a classroom. We don't know what it is. So I think that's what we're going for. Is there anything near? Herbie destroying his desk. Very old schoolhouse. Some books here. Oh, there's a note to read. Closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. As meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spend our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision. A vision that I dare not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson. Okay, so she was the one checking out all the books, or the Swinburne book at least, which makes sense if, you know, she was involved with schools. Our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to sell for our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow the merits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I'm still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end, but remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. So they were running a whole school in this place. Nothing to interact with. Chalkboard. No secret messages. Yes, secret messages within a timely manner. Interesting. So one of the things about the inheritance is like we have to do it within a timely manner. But this says, and you probably can't see it maybe because it's very dark. This is within a timely manor, as in like a big house. What does that mean? Yes. Why is it a timely manner? Is there time travel? Time mechanic? Oh, look at this. The 4th gas valve. What does this do? What's gonna happen? Ooh. An elevator? We get to go somewhere? Ooh. It's before we even started in the house. Let's go. New secrets. Many things. Who needs the house when you have secret elevators outside? Okay. We're going underground. Yes, it might be the Bat Cave. It's the second basement. Okay, at least there's lights, so it's not like it's super dark in here. Oh yes, and now we're at those places, those corridors we saw from the top. Lanterns? No, can't interact with them. Where is this taking us to? Ooh, the music got a bit spooky, but I am told no spooks. Oh, it's a chessboard. It's a chessboard the shape of the house. Okay, so we get to freely place the chess pieces however we want on this board, which I assume will be to do with needing to copy the chess pieces from what we have in that. So we have to go through the house, get those chess pieces on, like the rooms of, and then put those things in the same place. That's my guess. This isn't my first time seeing this, right? So yeah, so we have one pawn, unless we need to find more. One knight, one rook, one bishop, one king and queen. Yeah, so yeah, in the rooms we get lots of dupes because like you can almost get the entire chessboard in the rooms. Like I think from the demo I had most of the whites and then a few of the blacks. So yeah, this is only like one of each, right? We're just gonna have to keep track of where we've put the rooms with those pieces in the house and then come back here and see if copying it does anything. This is locked. And this is some sort of book. Foreman's copy, do not remove from sight. Realm and something. Sigils of the past and present. Professor Willard. First era, either of natural, from the creation of, custom to record various sigils with the aid of. They did this in order that of the realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of the realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells us a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. Okay. Well, that's something new to find. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Yeah, so 4 things. The core, the dividing lines, the moats, the border. Okay, the core has different shapes. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it's important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we're describing. Okay, so there is this, which is Orin. We already had that name, or not. We had Oris, that was associated with black, but yeah. Something Orin. Fen Air, I think that's where we are. Air something, pawn something, R something. The rays, yeah, from the coral, something divided, splitting the sigil from one sigil to another. I guess the number is different, style, difference in this, several things, okay. Counting, sigil, transportation, something on ships, something. Ship route, 8 trades on this, carriages, okay, so that tells us about like locomotion in the realm, completely removed. Okay, well, I mean, this is going deep. Have we even seen a sigil? I think I know where I've seen one in the demo, but not in this playthrough. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. The scorched air and blazing sun cause the otherwise straight rise to appear shimmering. A rain realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray is used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for color realms, in which snow is a common occurrence. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. Moats. Okay, on each sigil floating between the rays are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on sigil, you can tell the type of society a given realm proclaim, if they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic or economic fortune. So we have star is for tribal, primitive realm, hunter-gatherers, agricultural, harvest and farming-based society and culture. We got a little seed, thief, martial, so military, building is metropolitan, large city-state, dense urban population, academic, a center for knowledge, advanced in various scholarly pursuits. These realms are home to many schools, universities, and libraries. Industrial, engineering-driven culture with focus on manufacturing, invention, and production. Spiritual, an elevated reverence for nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. Poetic, a strong focus on the advancement of the arts, writing, music, and language. Then we have border. Around each city sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. So there's white, black, red. Yeah, so that's what we saw with that saying, oh, different color planes being also different political associations. Putting it all together, by studying the core, race, modes, and border of a sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Okay, but why do we need this, right? So we have this, it's like some sort of military place, but those dividing lines, like the page was gone, I guess, and then it's a red place. Their color is red and they're military, but yeah, like we're missing that page on the race that would tell us this. Yeah, red, yeah, banners, marshal, and fog. Okay, so it's a foggy place. And yeah, this might be for this place because it's the Fenairs. I think that's where we are. So the place we are in is red, foggy, and martial society. What does that mean? Right, like, yeah, cool, book about symbols, but what will it tell us? How will we use it? Well, there is still more of those window segments down there. So this is not the end of underground adventure. There's no more here. Like, there's this locked door, so we might be able to get to it somewhere. And obviously, when we do the chests, we may get access to something. Yeah, there's water here. I'm not sure we want to dive in there. Nothing on the ceiling or anything like that. Not the chests, and then we're gonna see if that gets us anywhere. I did not read this. Didn't see it. Yeah, scripts and Rutherford Mining Company. Foreman's log 3 from 1915, so a long time ago. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days, the clearing vines, moss and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and even promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock and debris. This site is either much older than we first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Okay, so this is all quite old. This well predates our great uncle. It's been here a while. Up we go to actually go in the house for the day and see what awaits us there. Because yeah, we are cursed, so it's probably gonna be a bad day. Yeah, there's a house. Like, what is that all about? You get to do things in it? Well, we have our mail room, so let's get our package at least. Yeah, compass, gems, keys. Thank you. And some coin for us. I think nothing else. Yeah, all of those letters are just empty. Well, there we go. There's the first classroom. While drafting in classroom, you may draw a new floor plan one time for each drafting room in your house. Okay, interesting. Or the library. Like, there are 8, I think it's at 8 classrooms in our deck, so we're gonna see classrooms. Don't worry. So library, we can order another book, I think. Get that out of the way. And then we will play with classrooms. Okay, so we had Swimbird. So we could get History of Orindia in case of, that's the place, Orindia. It's one of the other kingdoms, realms, which might have information, like it might be related to the sigils or something else, or drafting strategy. Actually, it's volume 3, not even volume 2, so that might actually be like advanced information, because the first one was like, yeah, I kind of worked it out now, right? Like, I understand there are colors. So yeah, maybe drafting strategy volume 3, since I think that was the other suggestion last time, so let's pick that up. I don't think we need to go upstairs. Upstairs is just stats for us. We're good on stats. Weight room is here for us. Well, let's get a classroom, right? We've not been. Oh, okay. So, what are we learning? Well, we're learning that Freddy got B-, so they were wrong about some things. But I assume because this is again the symbols of the realms, that may gives us the association of realms and colors. But they got B-, so they were wrong about something. Can't trust the B- kid. Okay, B+ on this one. So they got 10 out of 12 correct, and they got 9 out of 12 correct. And then each color is only used twice. Okay. Yeah, time to play, spot the difference, compare the picture. So you know each thing is each color is only used twice. So that's how they went wrong, right? Because they put. So that means there will be a flag and then some other things with it. But again, like right now we don't even know how would we use that information. You must really like red. Okay, well, I think Caleb, we don't need what Caleb wrote. Caleb didn't even get a grade because 2 out of 12 was just like, let me just talk to your parents after school. Anyone else? No one got full marks. Yep, colors. They only know 6 colors in this place: blue, green, yellow, violet, red, and orange. 8 got turned into infinity. Yeah, classroom puzzle. That's also a clue, I guess, for that thing. A minor one. The world. Yes, okay. We can confirm that this is not air. This is some other place. Grade 1. Any weird letters? Nope, everything normal. Well, we get to eat teacher's apple, and we get the worksheet, so we can color it out ourselves once we get the information. So yeah, I'm not gonna try to decipher it now because I don't even know what would I use that for. But once we get to somewhere where we have to use colors for information, we can start thinking about it. But yes, this is red place. They got red flag. The different classrooms have different places or different clues. So yeah, we can redraw if we want. Interesting. Of course, we could draw the library again from the reading nook, but I assume we're not getting our book right now, right? Because it's the next day. You have to be in the next day. Security makes sense, I think. Nothing here. We can lower the security cards for now, since we don't have a key card, and set it to unlocked in case we have that thing. Now, do we want to log into the network and do something in the network? Like connect to another terminal. Oh yeah, because we could connect to the lab and set up an experiment since it's early. So that's doable, and then we don't need the lab. Yeah, remote terminal access. Yes, we can just do the lab from here. Yep, and let's see what experiment we can do. For each bedroom, your draft. While drafting, if you draw a drawing room floor plan, specifically that room. For each bedroom, after second. Okay, since we're at the start, let's do for each bedroom, say your dice to 2. Might be interesting. And we can just exit. And where are we going from here? Let's go to the side first. See if we can go around that corner. Courtyard makes sense. Here it goes up and down. We don't have a shovel yet, and not enough keys to be playing with the chest. Then gem plus door. Like I'm going in with full understanding that we are cursed, so you know our reach will be limited. Billiard for keys. Oh, so much coin. Thought we were cursed. Do maths. 20, 30, 29. Did I do all the maths? Yes. No shovel. Corridor, I think. Keep going up and unlock. Curse. -1 key. But I guess it's hard to avoid the curse anyway. Do we get the greenhouse? Do we visit the plants? I guess the curse is getting us hard. So, well, we get the sledgehammer. There was a chest somewhere, right? I've seen one. Okay, 2 gems. No shovel. Where did I see a chest? There we go. Okay, some gems at least. We could go for a shop. We have coin. Okay, app from security. Aquarium. Sure. No, all the curses. Not a good room to get while you're cursed. Terrible. Well, should I finish my embarrassment with some terrible parlor puzzling? Okay, wind up key. And then the gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. The blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. But saying it contains the letter U, does it immediately make it contain the letter U? It can't be like this. Because, I mean, this both has the B and it contains the letter B, but it also has the box containing the B. Yes, which would mean, I mean, both of those have B in them, and then therefore this has a U in it. So I think the answer is going to be that both those boxes are just false, because they can't both be true. It makes no sense. And the blue box is true. No. Okay. Oh my. So if we said blue box is true, but it's not because it can be true because every single contains the letter B. So this is false. This is false. And that just leaves this as true. And therefore it contains the gems because that's the no. So yes, if the black box is true, then that would work, but only if we discount the fact that saying it contains letter U also counts as containing the letter U. Because all of them have the letter B in them. So we can't be saying the letter B thing is true because they all have a letter B. So it would not lead us to anything. So it's false, which automatically makes this false. So this would have to be true. And if we discount the thing that it says containing the letter U, then white box has the gems. Like, that is the only logic that makes sense to me here. But unless someone else has other suggestions, because like, is there a different logic where it points at a specific box? Because we know that it has to point at a specific box. The logic cannot be true in a way that leaves us on a 50-50. And in my head, that's the only things that make sense to me. So yeah, if anyone's smarter than that, feel free to contribute. Because yeah, so far only contribution is that it does count, but that makes no sense then. Okay, well, I mean, we are cursed. We're not getting very far. I think it's the white box that has the gem because it contains the letter U without just saying it will have a letter U. So, because this one has no U. So, I'm gonna see the white box. No. Okay. Well, we're gonna save that one in our brain for later and see if we come upon it again and we can figure it out. Things are getting hard on day 8. Or maybe it's just because we're cursed, you know? They removed our box contents because we're cursed. Well, let's see what's in the commissary then. We got coin. We may at least attempt a purchase. A shovel, a magnifying glass, some gems, set of gems. Well, we can get a set of gems and a shovel. So at least have that. No keys. We had the courtyard, so there were dig spots there. We have the silver key, but this is not a good place for silver key. Okay, so swing by courtyard to dig, and then we can go back to entrance hall to see. Is this locked as well? Yes, okay. Oh, we can dig here. Yeah, I'm stamped on those boxes because, yeah, I'm not sure what the solution would have been then if that was not correct. Nothing in the stick hole. Old shoe. Nothing. Some coin. No keys. No keys for us. Nothing, yes. I mean, this was already bound to not be a good day. So, you know, we're experiencing it full blast. We're cursed and where am I going? And I get lost. Okay, yeah, security classroom. Where am I going? And we just had the okay, yeah, then has pawn in it. I've not been looking at the things. There's no chess in the billiard room as far as I know, or the courtyard. Security has chess, I think. Ah, yeah, there is the knight in security. I think the parlor has another pawn in it. You can see I spend a lot of time staring at the chess pieces because I sort of remember where they are. I think there might be one in the greenhouse, but I don't remember what it is. But let's just go back to the entrance hall. Yeah, it's through security classroom. Is there one here? Although it might be more complicated than that because while there are pawns just about anywhere, it's actually quite much harder to get the king and the queen and the bishop, I think, as well. You can't see one in the mailroom. Oh, we get observatory. We have to build up our stars again. Okay, yeah, there's another knight here. So yeah, we may have to... Yeah, there's a bishop in the chapel. We don't have chapel. And there's one in the rumpus. But yeah, the queen, I think, is that the queen? Is only in... there's only one room, I know. There's something in the office as well. I have a list somewhere. I can't quite recall exactly. Well, let's go chapel. We have no keys, so yeah, there is a bishop in the chapel. We can get a rotunda or a cloister or a weight room. I mean, we're generally screwed anyway, because yeah, no keys means nothing really. We can dig. So yeah, my advice would be don't get cursed. It does not make for a fun play experience. Well, we don't want a secret passage here and we can't even afford it. Storeroom. At least it's keys. And a chest which we can open. Okay, another pawn here. Not that we need so many pawns. Dice, coins. Yeah, don't have security doors unlocked. What can we... I think West Wing Hall is gonna be best here. Yeah, that takes our key though. Spare room. Not sure there's much reason to go to the corner, but sure. Yeah, whatever, we get a key and we already had the library, so we don't care much to draw. There is a rook in the nook. A rook in the nook. Copy the room names too, so in the future I can just look at the map and know where things are. If we have the rooms. Back to the hallway, we go the other way. Okay, well, garage is 3 keys, but that cuts us off. Pantry, let's do pantry. Have some coin, have an apple, nothing else here. Special key is silver key. This is not a good silver key use. Not great choices here. Redraw for a turn. Another classroom art. Jesus. Well, we still have the door in the commissary, so I'm just gonna get another classroom, see if it's different. Okay, grade 2. Oh, okay. The rooms get changed, so there is more things. Maths? But what about this maths? Find each sum without using signs. Oh, is that a clue for the dartboard? Because like, yeah, blue is adding, yellow is subtracting, pink is multiply, but they got a B minus, so not everything is correct. Oh, I get a hall pass. You will not do steps traveling between 2 adjoining hallways. Hallways drafted from an adjoining hallway do not cost gems to draft. Okay, not what I thought it would be. Yeah, they got a B plus as well. Yeah, I do think it's clues for the dartboard, but I'm not sure. Like, is this not a more obscure clue to the dartboard than the dartboard itself? Because yeah, that I don't know, possibly seems harder to work out than just pressing on the dartboard where you get feedback. Yeah, okay. Even more definitive clue, like signs can use colors. You can use colors instead of signs. And yeah, picture puzzle, flowers, apples. Do your own maths worksheet. Okay, I think we passed grade 2 despite me having a maths problem last time. Okay, well, we can return to the commissary maybe. Do we have enough steps? Probably. Where we still have 1 key we can use. Yeah, library, classroom security. Any chess in the library? Maybe up top. Books. I'm not seeing any chess. So I'm gonna go with no chess. Classroom security, aquarium, powder. Also no chess in classrooms, I think. Oh yeah, we can still open aquarium or commissary. It's less steps to go through here, so let's see what we get. Well, hallway works. And it's gonna take away our key because we're cursed. So I guess we just get the silver key to use. Okay, so yeah, we can get a free passageway because we have the hall pass. Can we open anything from here? Is it all locked? Patio, spread gems. We would have to walk back around, but we do not want the other rooms. So, no, we don't have a gem. Dark room it is and we just ignore it, but it took away our stuff. Just terrible rooms all over the place. Yeah, we don't have any keys to be dealing with that. And this is locked. Okay, well, we got, I think, I don't know, that might be open still. Nope, security. The curse has done us. The curse has done us in. Like, that was messy and not really useful, but with the curse we were just dropping resources left and right all the time. So that's it. So we didn't get a king or queen on the chessboard, so I don't think it's going to be worth doing this again, like going outside trying to do the chess, because we don't have a king or queen to place. So we will have to basically wait till there's where we have a run with like lots of rooms that have the chess pieces, and then we can do that. But for now, I guess it's time to call it a day, because nothing good comes, and we're also cursed tomorrow, right? So that's gonna hurt. That's gonna be a painful one as well. Yeah, just a garden villa with 4 green rooms. So I don't have high expectations since we're cursed again. And then we bleed resources like crazy. Well, let's go. Yeah, let's get our allowance, go outside, see if we can still bribe the shrine to be uncursed, or if it's truly you can't do anything about it. I was really hoping for the basement, like I had high hopes we would be able to do it, but no key. There is a shrine, okay. Well, definitely need to test this then. Can we uncurse ourselves with... Are we not cursed? I thought we were cursed for 2 days. Or was it only the day we were in and then the next day? Okay, I guess we were not cursed, but that's fine. Because if we offer it a bunch, we get to see some other rewards. Like, well, if we give it 10 and then we don't take it back, never do that again. The blessing of the general. After you draft a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5 gems. Okay, that's quite specific. You have to have 5 red rooms on 5 ranks in order to get this. Interesting. Well, we'll see how that goes. But yes, if we're no longer cursed, then at least that means this day should be better than expected. I guess library, Nook and library, because then we get to read the next book. Nothing else here. And then we can get the library. Okay, yeah, this is the 3rd volume, where the only Kimberly Thompson was interested other than us. The potential within, gems and gems, planning your house, stop drafting combos. 5 combos you won't want to miss, like clickbait titles. Yeah. To the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents a world of boundless possibilities. When you're staring at a blank canvas, you have unlimited potential and ideas to explore. But with an abundance of options at your disposal, the architect can also become overwhelmed by the countless choices and decisions that need to be made. Should I draft a hallway or a closet? How many bedrooms do I need in my house? Is passageway really worth 2 gems? All these questions can compound, adding layers of complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategies that you can employ while drafting your house to ensure successful project outcome. In this volume of architectural design, we aim to provide architects with some of the strategies and even assist them in developing their own. Employ different strategies while developing your house. Most of them agree on a guiding principle. Have gems while drafting. Yes, you can screw yourself up if you don't have gems. Yes, most the common way you drive yourself corners by not having resources when opening a dorm. If you lack the gems to consider all 3 presented options, you may be forced to draft a room you don't want. To avoid this predicament, focus on drafting rooms that grant you gems and prioritize acquiring gems as early in the day as you can. This approach is surefire way to set yourself up for success. Reader submitted gem strats. Make sure you check for gems in the room you are in before clicking on the door. I do this way too much. Thinking about saving some gems for emergency, I try to only spend them if I really need the room. I will never draft passage on the first 5 ranks. It's a simple strat that has served me well. Depends on your layout, I would say, and if it synergizes. If you see gems for sale in any of the shops, buy them out. Yeah, generally worth the money. Don't pass up wine cellar even if you're not thirsty. There's no such things as too many gems. I may have a bit of a problem with the wine or with the gems. Yeah, I mean, again, it's interesting that those books exist in this universe, because what are you implying? That everyone has puzzle manners that people go to so much that there's journals to read that are published, or are we, suspending our disbelief a bit here and are like letting the devs help us, even though it makes no sense in the universe. When you begin drafting a house, it's important to start each day with a solid foundation. Draft early ranks first. Yep. A very common mistake beginners make is drafting in a straight line north and ignoring the many unopened doors they have left behind in the entrance hall or rooms of the early ranks. When the architects reach the high ranks, they quickly discover they do not have enough keys or gems to continue. Their day usually ends by returning to lower ranks to draft from the doors they skipped, only to find rooms and items that would have made all the difference and they only had been found earlier. Yeah, I do that a bunch. But then, yeah, I get to draft through other rooms, because sometimes you just get into a path and then you're like, oh, I have to backtrack now. So trying to draft all around means you're using steps going side to side. So you have to balance it, right? Sell out to the right demonstrates even a path of rooms that snakes through the house and does not go in straight line can also be structurally weak if you're leaving lots of unopened doors or the ranks behind you. By starting each day on a strong foundation of rooms on the early ranks, you will have a much better chance of finding success when you eventually start heading further into the house. Top drafting combos. Yeah, another aspect of considering planning your house is the order in which you draft rooms. For instance, if you draft cloister before terrace, you will be down 3 gems, but if you draft them in reverse order, cloister will be free. Yeah, that's all good, assuming they come to you in those things, right? Like, yeah, you can skip on it thinking like, oh, maybe I will get it later, but sometimes you just don't, right? Sometimes you just don't, and you just have to draft what's best for you in the situation. So sometimes waiting for the perfect combo will also be like, well, you got nothing. Yeah, and I think synergistic pairs or front is essential for the step, but determining the optimal order for drafting those rooms will provide you with the additional advantage, significantly improving chances of success. Yeah, foyer before Great Hall. But it's like, in all my runs, I've seen Great Hall multiple times now, right? I've seen it quite a few times. The foyer, I only had once, so it's like, we're waiting for the foyer every time, we're not gonna draw the Great Hall. Yeah, drafting bank room after nursery, sure, makes sense. And yeah, conference room before office, because all the money will go there. Yeah, attic, we have not seen the attic at all yet. Yeah, two-pair combos are only form of synergy. You will find some floor plans only work by drafting other specific rooms. These rooms aren't powerful on their own, but they can become very useful when their connectivity is eventually discovered. The utility closet is a perfect example of this. It doesn't do anything by itself, but it can literally power up or down other rooms you have drafted in your house. Yeah, okay, so it says specific things. Oh, the ladyship chamber. Oh, we've not had this room at all. Yes, it synergizes boudoir and the walk-in closet. Yeah, boiler room. Okay, so boiler room works with the lab, the garage, the laundry room, the furnace, and the pump room. So, okay, so yes, interesting. Possibly powered pump room means we can use that extra water storage for something. Yeah, and the pump room works with the room that connect to it. Yeah, in the kitchen you can check which course is served in dining room. Bank room is 2 bedrooms and 2 rooms. This will increase the amount of steps granted by master bedroom. Never seen the master bedroom. The amount of gold sprayed by the tomb. Not seen that. And yes, keys from servant quarters. Yes, each time you solve a puzzle in the billiard room or parlor, the difficulty will increase slightly the next time you draft a room. Like, billiard room difficulty increasing is just like, okay, it's just more maths, right? Until I get confused. Parlor difficulty increasing, wow. That one really got me, and it's only gonna get worse. Yeah, just because there weren't items, there may be an extra. The day after drafting freezer, it enters an automatic cooldown refreezing cycle during which it cannot be drafted for the next 24 hours. Interesting. Okay, we've not seen the freezer yet, but yes, interesting that you can't freezer into freezer on continuous days. If you are stuck or don't know what to do in a specific room, sometimes it's smart to move on. There are multiple ways to solve many of the challenges you will come across. There's a very good chance you will find a piece of information down the road which may help. When in doubt, draft rooms you have never seen before. Even if you don't think those rooms seem very useful, they might still hold useful clues and information that may help you. Okay, so this is volume 3, so there is volume 2 somewhere as well. But yeah, they seem like the sort of clues that are just like, let us explain the game to you if you're struggling. So, I mean, I will admit I don't do some of those things, right? Like, I tend to maybe do one path, then go do another path instead of setting up myself on other things. Yeah, okay, what we have. Okay, so there's the master bedroom, and you get 1 step for each room in your house, which absolutely makes no sense drafting it now, because, yeah, it's a dead end and we would barely get anything. I think, well, I mean, the observatory is nice and it has a door, but a mailroom has been super useful, right? The return from the mailroom are great, so even though it leaves this corner dead, I am willing to draft the mailroom. Today we get nothing, but there might be an item. No item for us today. No new mail or anything like that. Mail for another day. Now we go back to entrance hall and draft from there. From the side first. Okay, security. I think security. No items here. Okay, we can do some settings. Keycard system. We don't have the keycard. We set it to low unlocked. We can change it later in case we have a better setup. And then from security menus, once again, we can set up laboratory, get some experiments going early. Okay, yeah, remote access. Let's get the lab. Like, we could do the office, get some money from it, but it's okay. What we have? Bedroom, shop room, 2 gems on a room. With those setups, Okay, so shop room, there's only a few shop rooms. So paying 10 steps, 20 gold, and then we can shop. That might be an interesting synergy. So I'm willing to give this a try. And yeah, we can exit. But yes, we're low on resources, so we should figure out resources. So yes, interestingly, lab, we don't need it, just made an experiment. Interestingly, yes, we could go for the locksmith here. We will pay 10 steps, but it's fine, we have 57, and we will get money for shopping, just cause experiments. And then, yeah, we got 20, so we can afford a lockpicking kit. We haven't had this in the full game yet, and the special key. So yeah, let's get lockpick. That helps in the early doors, and a special key. Basement? No, it's a prism. Okay, yeah, so that just lets us chain. Well, that's not the worst thing. Continue from here. Then, yeah, then is a gem and good doors for us. And go in here. Bedroom is the only thing that doesn't cut it off, so I think we're going for bedroom. No, don't open this. So we only have one key, we don't want to risk it. Oh, yeah. Spare room going forward, since Dan is already going into this space. I'm scared of the puzzles now. Garage is 3 keys. Will cut us off here, but we can go from the den. It's not powered, but we don't have much reason to go outside. We will lose the gem. Or we can do storeroom. I mean, it cuts us off as well and it has more resources. I think storeroom. And then we just go back to the den and continue from there. And we have 3 keys. We could risk a chest. Nah, 3 is not enough. Boudoir, observatory. Boudoir, if we're going to listen to advice, Boudoir will give us a gem here, because we can get the gem from the safe. Oh, in a purse. Also thinking about it, I should probably be opening the other safes I know of from the demo, because I think I've crossed the line now where I would have collected the puzzle clues. Because we had the second Alzara, and we've been to almost every location. Not passageway here, I think, but what then? Chapel? Not billiard, because that locks us off. So chapel it is. It will rob us, and we can put a room down here just for connection. Well, I guess parlor, we could put it here and try to get gems, but right now it's getting actually hard to do it. But we'll see what crazy puzzle it is this time. Oh, and there's car keys. Now that we didn't pick the garage, they're like, car keys? All the boxes contain gems. No. The other 2 boxes contain gems. No. This box contains the gems. Okay, so by failing, did we just revert the puzzle difficulty to 0? The game just went like, yeah, you're dumb. Here's an easy one, right? Because this has to be false. This has to be false. And therefore this is true, and this box contains the gems. Yes, it went and was like, okay, it was too hard. Here's an easy one for you. You little dum-dum. Yeah, other door in the chapel. Hopefully it's a good door and we don't get stuck. Well, not such a good door, but hopefully this corridor will still save us. Okay, I guess even without the curse, it may still be a short one. Okay, observatory, I guess, or pantry. Either way, I think pantry. Like, let's keep the gems for now, or until it's important. Definitely planetarium or the closet, so I guess billiard room for more maths embarrassment. My excuse is that it's been 8 hours of streaming and it's after 11 o'clock, so math brain is maybe not on board. I'm sorry, what? Why is there a square in my dartboard? What does it mean? Huh? What do I need to do now? Because I think 4 squared would be too big of a number to fit here. So what am I doing? No, not 4. Okay. Because, yeah, there are no more clues here, and I don't think there were more clues on those little sheets of paper. We have crossed to another realm. 4 square? No, we can't. It can't be square, because that would be over 20. Okay. It was 16. Why was it 16? Okay. Well, let's write this down. 4 and a square is 16. Now we have 4 and a square, 16? Yes. So it added up to 4 and it was a square. 16 minus 6 is 10. And a square is what's 10 and a square? 20? Apparently 10 and a square is 20. Why? Well. I mean, at least this puzzle, right? If you fail it, you can just keep restarting and work it out as you go. So it's not as punishing as the parlor where you only have one chance. Are we blocked? Are we blocked? Yes, we are. RNG to death. Well, so even though we weren't cursed, it still went and said no. It went and said, no, you can't do this. I mean, running on one door is also a bad strategy. So, you know, at least partially I have myself to blame. It doesn't matter what we pick here because, yeah, no doors. I guess the only thing would be to check chess pieces. I guess in nursery, let's see if there's chess pieces. There is a pawn in nursery. And there's also pawns in the bank room, I'm pretty sure. Don't need this gem. I'll take it anyway. Good star. Okay. Oh, and we don't even have anywhere to stash our prism key because we didn't even get a code check or anything. Yeah, now we're ready to go or do anything. Right. Like, didn't get to use our lockpick kit, not our prism key, not our anything. Okay, well, call it a day. It was a short one anyway, despite not having the curse. Again, there is no indication of any day limit so far, so we're good. Yeah, cozy cottage. So yeah, it might be that the shrine, it still might be that the shrine is only draftable when you don't have a blessing or a curse because it expired. Okay, well, still next day then.